man, 64, is fatally beaten in a subway station after chance encounter. Nicola Tanzi survived both attacks on the World Trade Center, his family said. On Tuesday at a subway station in Brooklyn, he was killed by a man he had apparently never seen before. A commuter at a Brooklyn subway station watched on Tuesday afternoon as a fare evader tried to open an emergency exit that led to the trains. The commuter, Nicola Tanzi, 64, motioned to the man to yank harder on the door. The gesture would be Mr. Tanzi's last. The fare evader pulled Mr. Tanzi to the ground, kicked him in the head repeatedly, then picked him up before dropping him on the floor of the station, an episode captured on surveillance video reviewed by the New York Times. Then the attacker slipped underneath a turnstile and boarded the subway carrying a backpack and a nunchaku, a martial arts weapon, according to the video and a law enforcement official with knowledge of the matter. Soon after, officers arrived at the subway station, J Street Metro Tech, a busy transit hub in downtown Brooklyn, where they found Mr. Tanzi unconscious and with serious head injuries, the police said. He later died at New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist Hospital. On Wednesday, officers in Times Square arrested David Mazariegos, 25, in the killing. He had a nunchaku in his backpack and a samurai sword, the official said. It was not clear whether he was carrying the sword at the time of the attack. Mr. Mazariegos was charged in Brooklyn Criminal Court with first- and second-degree murder, robbery, and possession of a stolen credit card, according to court records. On Thursday, the family, friends, and neighbors of Mr. Tanzi said he was the youngest of 6 brothers, a devout Catholic who was raised in Carroll Gardens, Brooklyn, and lived in the borough's Bensonhurst neighborhood. He loved his family, Patricia Tanzi, his sister-in-law, said. He was a joy to be around. Mr. Tanzi used to work at the World Trade Center and survived both attacks there, the 1993 bombing and the September 11, 2001, attacks, she and her son, Christopher Tanzi, said. Killings in the city's transit system are rare. 3 people were murdered in the subways from January 1 through October 5 this year, compared with 8 people during the same time period last year, according to the most recently available police data. But the murder on Tuesday appeared to be the kind of random attack on a stranger that heightens public fear of subway violence. Mr. Mazariegos had a long criminal history, according to police records. On June 21, he was arrested and charged in the Bronx with defacing a subway car with graffiti, the records show. 3 days later, he assaulted an employee at SVA Theater in the Chelsea neighborhood of Manhattan, the records show. The employee, Mario Sacripant, 66, was working when he saw Mr. Mazariegos standing at a beverage table before he rushed toward the exit and kicked open the theater's glass doors. Mr. Sacripant followed. I peeped out, I looked at him, and he punched me, he said. Mr. Mazariegos broke Mr. Sacripant's glasses and injured his nose, then fled, according to police records and Mr. Sacripant's account of the encounter. About a week later, on July 2, Mr. Mazariegos was arrested in Harlem on charges of jumping a turnstile at the West 116th Street Lenox Avenue subway station. The next day, he was arraigned in the assault on Mr. Sacripant and pleaded not guilty, according to court records. Mr. Mazariegos posted bail and was released. Upon learning that Mr. Mazariegos had been released from custody, Mr. Sacripant said he thought to himself, the next person will not be so lucky. Mr. Mazariegos was arrested again on July 24, this time for climbing on cars and jumping on the hoods of the vehicles, according to the records. On September 26, less than 2 weeks before the fatal beating of Mr. Tanzi, Mr. Mazariegos was charged with stealing $7 from a bodega's tip jar on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, according to witnesses and police records. Maximo Martinez, 46, a deli chef at Allen's Marketplace on Columbus Avenue, was behind the counter when Mr. Mazariegos grabbed 2 sodas from the refrigerator and proceeded to leave. When Mr. Martinez called after him, Mr. Mazariegos slammed the drinks on the counter, Mr. Martinez said. He then reached into the tip jar, took the money and fled. John J. Santiago, a boxing coach at El Maestro Boxing Gym in the Bronx, said he met Mr. Mazariegos this spring in Beyond Boxing, a rehabilitation program. When he graduated from the program after about 6 weeks, he put on one of the best student presentations, according to Mr. Santiago, a counselor in the program. He said boxing helped him out a lot. But he still was going through struggles, Mr. Santiago said of Mr. Mazariegos. He still had anger issues. He would bring his drawings, often colorful with characters from animated shows, to the gym. He was living in the street. He was always in Times Square, promoting his drawings, Mr. Santiago said. Mr. Tanzi, who worked as a security guard in recent years, was looking forward to retirement, according to his nephew, Christopher Tanzi. He said his uncle, who was working as an IT technician in the trade center on September 11th, always carried that burden, but he never really spoke about it. During the week, Mr. Tanzi had his routine. He would buy an espresso, then visit his friend, Carmine Arcaro, 71, at his shop Flowers by Emile in Bensonhurst. On Sundays, Mr. Tanzi would attend Mass at St. Athanasius St. Dominic's parish in the neighborhood, according to Anthony Mamelotti, a deacon at the church. He would always greet all the Italian ladies with a buongiorno, come stay? Mr. Mamelotti said. I know that if Nicola had survived his attack, he'd be the first one to forgive his assailant, Mr. Mamelotti added of Mr. Tanzi. That's just who he was.